Last week, Anthropic released a new groundbreaking capability, computer use, which is now in public beta. With its new model, the new Sonnet 3.5, Anthropic can actually use a computer the way people do, by looking at the screen, clicking with their mouse, and typing with their keyboard. Today, we're going to see how you can run this locally in your computer and safely, and we're going to test it to see if it actually can live up to its hype. First, you're going to have to go to the docker.com website. You will download Docker for your platform, Mac or Windows. You will follow the instructions and you will install it. After that, you will go to this website on GitHub, which is the Anthropic Quick Starts, and it basically has all the demo implementation. And from here, you will need these two commands. So first, you're going to have to paste this command. And here you will also need your API key from Anthropic. All links will be in the description for you to follow. So you will click this, I won't because I did it before. You won't see an output here. And after that, you will copy this entire command and you will paste it as it is. And you will click enter. Now, since you run it for the first time, it will download the container, which is about a few gigabytes of space. And I did it before, so it's gonna just log in. So now that I have downloaded before, it's logging in. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. And after a while, you will see this URL here, the localhost 8080. So you go in this one, and you can actually see this is the interface. So this is a Linux virtual machine that is running inside Docker, and this is a Streamlink web app on top of it. So we have the chat on the left, and we also have some settings here. This is my key. You can see it. You shouldn't see it. So I have also added a small suffix system prompt because it doesn't follow your instructions due to safety reasons. So let's test this. And now we're going to test it. So our test will be actually very interesting. We're going to go to the ChatGPT website and we're actually going to see if Claude can text back and forth with ChatGPT. I tried it before. It has some limitations, but we'll see. Maybe now it doesn't. So let's give some instructions. Now the agent is running. As you can see, the first step is to create a plan. So first take a screenshot, then you have to open Firefox and go navigate to ChatGPT, and then you have to wait for the page to load to interact with the message box. As you can see, it opened Firefox correctly. Now we're waiting to enter the ChatGPT website. The loop, actually, it's quite slow. This is because in every step, it first takes a screenshot and uses that to create basically the task that it needs to do. And this takes quite some time with Anthropic. But it hasn't glitched until now. It's successful. Let's see if it can actually write the message. In my last test, before the video, it was insisting that I cannot send the message because we are not logged in. So we'll see if this time it will. So we'll see if this time it will actually do it. So we can actually see that it loaded the page, but again, it's messaging that it cannot send a message as it requires an account to log in. We know that this is false because ChatGPT does not require an account and you can just use it. So let's try to overcome this struggle. Does not require login. Enter welcoming message and click message. Let's see if this is going to work. This happens because Anthropic has a system prompt in the backend that basically it tells the model that it shouldn't do logins. Basically, it should try to avoid many things. for security reasons. This is because it is in beta, but we see that with the second time, it actually did, right? And let's see the final output. You can see that the agent is still running. So it usually has this, yeah, it actually did do the task. It sent the message correctly, but for some reason, it still thinks that it needs to log in. Uh, yeah, it's kind of weird, because it did successfully. Okay, so I want you to respond to that message and wait for its response. Let's see if it's going to continue to chat with ChatGPT. It's going to take some time. So I asked it to have an ongoing conversation. It said no. Okay, just write one message in the message box and click enter. I think when you do it one message at a time, it actually does work because it sees it as just a task and not basically something more like dangerous because it is non-stopping. Let's see it here. Yeah, okay, it will do the task, but again, the message says that we are not logged in, so it has some kind of trouble. And we do see here. Yeah, so by itself, it tasked like it is interested in AI and ML and to explain some context. So we do see that the model it is capable enough to navigate around the computer and the browser and to basically do many tasks. But the main problem that arises here, it comes from the safety. So the model, and especially Anthropic, it's way more strict when it comes to safety and refusing to complete queries when it thinks it will create some harm. You will definitely stumble into some problems in any use case that you might see. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that explain this very well. But we expect in the next 6 to 12 months this to get a lot better. Actually, be interesting to see in the coming months when we will actually be able to input with specific tasks and the model will actually start following these tasks and not just have a chat interface on the left. This was a small test. Thank you. So one thing you should also care about is the cost of the system because the computer use actually does use a lot of tokens because in every iteration it does use an image input. So be careful with the usage and always monitor in the console the billing. Now, if you are looking for someone to develop your AI application using Anthropic models, click the link in the video description and book a one-on-one call with me. I look forward to talking with you and thank you for watching this video.